In this video, you'll find a clear and precise explanation of all the geometric steps needed to complete this optical art drawing. We begin by drawing a small square in the center of the surface, keeping in mind that the final square will be about 3 times larger. To achieve this, we'll use an efficient geometric construction that requires no measurements or calculations. First, draw a segment that will serve as one side of the square. Using a compass set to the length of the segment, draw an arc to the right. With the same compass opening, draw another arc to the left, marking only the intersection with the first arc and the left end point of the segment. Next, place the compass on the intersection point of the 2 arcs. Make 2 marks above, one on each side, as shown. Then, draw 2 intersecting diagonals, which in turn pass through these upper marks. These intersections give us the points where the vertical sides of the square will pass. At this stage, we also determine the height of the final square by locating where the vertical lines intersect the first arcs. Now divide this square into 64 smaller squares. Begin by drawing 2 diagonals to divide the square into 4 equal parts. Then, draw diagonals inside each of these 4 squares, resulting in 16 smaller squares. Repeat the process in the 4 outermost squares, dividing them further. The new diagonals intersect those of the inner squares, giving us the points needed to draw the final lines and complete the central grid. With the inner grid finished, we move on to constructing a slightly larger outer square. Draw a horizontal line at the top, passing through the intersections of the small arcs and vertical lines made earlier. Extend the main diagonals of the inner square until they meet this new line. Repeat in the opposite direction to find the points where the vertical sides of the new square will pass. Extending the diagonals downward gives us the points for the lower horizontal line. Finally, add the left vertical line to complete the larger square. Now draw all the diagonals passing through the intersections of the inner grid and the edges of the smaller square. Each diagonal should pass through the center and extend outward, projecting onto the sides of the larger square. Continue radially until one full side of the grid is complete, as shown. Pause here to focus on just one side of the outer square. Draw a diagonal from the lower corner of the small square to the opposite upper corner of the larger square. Then draw the opposite diagonal. These intersections give us the points needed to draw 7 equally spaced lines. Together with the side diagonals, they form an 8x8 grid in perspective. Using a set square, project these lines onto the other 3 sides of the cube. Redraw all the diagonal lines of the square in black to reinforce the structure. Now use the compass to measure the distance between the projection of the inner square and the corner of the outer square. Transfer this measurement to the right and top edges. Then repeat for all 4 corners. These marks indicate where the vertical and horizontal lines of the final square should pass. Project the grid lines onto the 4 sides of the outer square. Using the spacing between these lines as a guide, mark the positions of the remaining vertical and horizontal lines. Then draw the diagonals to locate the last intersections. This completes the outer grid, which frames the entire drawing. Finally, alternate the squares in black, leaving the background white. With this, we complete our first geometric optical art project. By shading the inner squares carefully, we can greatly enhance the sense of depth. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, don't forget to give it a like. Got questions or want me to explain something in more detail? Just drop a comment below. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss upcoming tutorials. It also really helps me keep making more content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial.